Welcome to Monmouth in Focus, the show that we have here to give a little bit of information pertaining to county government. We took a little twist here when I decided to host some of these and started to interview our partners, our true partners, which are the mayors of the county. And what we've been doing is going all through the county and interviewing numerous mayors, which has really been exciting to hear their involvement with the county and their partnership with the county. Today, it's a little special to me personally because I have my hometown and where I was mayor for roughly 8 years, the borough of Neptune City, and we have a really exciting time in town with Mayor Andrew Wardell. And Mayor, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Freehold Director. It's a pleasure to be here.
So when were you elected mayor of Neptune City?
So I was elected in November of 2019, sworn in this past January 1st of 2020.
And I was fortunate enough to do that swearing in, which was a pleasure and an honor and a true honor there. We have a great little town, as you know, from your history there. And so, you know, it's ironic when you come in as a new mayor, you have to decide and set priorities and goals. What are some of the, bullet point goals that you set there?
One of the things I want to do when I get in here is really kind of increase community involvement. One of the things I heard during my campaign season, both as a councilman earlier and also as a mayor, a lot of I wish I knew more of what was going on in town. I feel like I'm always kind of out of the loop. And I really kind of said, one of the first things I want to do is I want to have an informed citizenship. Because I think if you have informed citizens, you're going to have a better running government and a better running town in general. It's something that I preach to my my students in my civics class that I teach as well about the importance of being an informed citizen and understanding like your responsibilities as a citizen. So we created a new website that we had here. Our website, I believe, was really outdated, antiquated. This one's much more user-friendly. We really began to take advantage of social media. Our Facebook page, the number of followers our Facebook page since I became mayor has probably more than doubled since we've been there. Actually, I would argue it's pushing triple the number of people that follow Neptune City on Facebook. And that's been a great avenue for us as well. But I also find, to regularly, do it personally. Posting from my personal page so everybody sees it. Maybe some people don't follow the Facebook page of the borough, but they may follow my Facebook page. And I ask my fellow council members to share information. So it's really important to kind of get out there. That was one of my first goals, was creating a really involved town.
Well, we, as you know, even when I was there as mayor, and implemented a lot of shared services with some neighboring towns, and you're continuing that, and Mayor Brown continued, and then you're following suit there, but let's talk about the shared services, because let's face it. Regardless of what anybody says, and I look at all the great parks that are being improved from when I was there to Bob, and then yourself, and Mayor Deves, and then fortunately enough, your dad prior to that, and Holmes Adams. Shared service has become a vital part of the success, especially of small towns. And what shared services do you think are really helping you out a lot there?
Well, first of all, the county has been an unbelievable partner to the borough of Neptune City. I really can't think of any time the county has ever said no when we've asked for help. They've done a wonderful job, so I cannot thank the Freeholder Board enough and all the employees of the county for work they did. So I was kind of thinking, more recent, this kind of popped in my mind here. You mentioned the parks we have in town. We're getting ready to dedicate a new park here in Neptune City that's dedicated to our first responders and also to our victims of 9/11. We had some trees on that property that were older. A lot of the trees in town were planted 100, 125 years ago, and they're just kind of ready to come down, and they're dangerous. And that was something we didn't really budget for, was tree removal. And when we reached out to the county, they were more than willing to help us. And that really saved the borough not only money but time as well. That was really important. So that's something I wanted to kind of highlight too. We had an issue with traffic pattern in town, and when I reached out to you, Tom, you were more than generous to give us one of the electronic signs so we can put it in big letters like "Don't turn here." This was something we didn't have, nor would we.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, we're a 1 square mile town. It's not something we would purchase. That's not a purchase that would make sense for us here in the town. So the county was able to loan that to us. It was important. Right now, we're in discussion putting in new crosswalks on Sylvania Avenue with the help of the county. So we have the county engineer coming out and helping us, and they've been fantastic. And, so people can cross more safe, because West Sylvania Avenue is probably one of the busiest roads around. It's a nice little shortcut to the beach. So it's quite busy. But even most recently at our last meeting time, we were able to join in the county with the Stigma Free initiative here. to try and bring awareness and to bring help to those who suffer from mental health issues, and to kind of take away that stigma so people aren't afraid to ask for that help. And I thought that was a great idea from the county. I was really excited to be a part of that. But there's so many shared services that we've been able to take advantage of. That it really is a wonderful partnership that we have with our county and our municipalities.
So as much as I'm so proud of it is in and sharing with Neptune City, we try to make that statement across the board through the 53 municipalities. I think we built a relationship, something that I think we stand above any other county with our bipartisanship of working with all our mayors and making sure that everybody gets equal part of the county's services, and it's really worked. Now that the summer, our short town's busiest season was tourism, and obviously Neptune City has a little bit of a different type of tourism season, but it has a lot of traffic, as we know. And with that, you guys have done a great job there. I know Neptune City Park is becoming Memorial Park is becoming a destination, and so there's a little obstacles there, and and how anything that you see you changing a little there, or.
Well, one of the things that when you're bringing up the park is a perfect example here. One of the issues we had there is because it was so popular. I mean, since there was a limited number of beach badges being sold, at most of the beaches here, we have a small little beachfront in Neptune City. A lot of people don't know that, by the way. And that secret got out this summer, by the way. This beautiful small beachfront with this nice boardwalk and beautiful park here. Parking became an issue where parking on both sides of the road kind of blocked. We put up a temporary police order to limit parking on the weekends. That's something I think we'd like to probably put permanently into ordinance, so we don't have to have the police constantly go out and put up these signs here. We put one sign up that's permanently here. But as every municipality in Neptune City, especially the shore ones, realized that this summer was tough. This was a tough summer. I watched a lot of businesses go out of business this summer, and I felt unnecessarily went out of business. It was really rather sad to see that happen. So there was challenges that many of us were not well equipped to handle, but we made do, and with the help from the county, we were able to pull through.
Well, I'll tell you, and I just want to commend you, your council, your administration there. They're very easy to work with, and that comes from the top, and that comes from the leadership of yourself. And you came in and you dove in, and something that I was very proud of when I saw that, because it's very passionate to me in the town. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, is there some things going on different?" I said, "Absolutely." And I said, and there were things going on different when I took over. I said, but at the end of the day, change is good, and the change is benefiting Neptune City. And I'm very happy to say and proud to say that, you're our mayor there in Neptune City. And I could tell you that anything you need from the county, please feel free to reach out. And, the county's there. We are truly your partner, and you're doing a great job, and continue the great work and the passion and the desire that you have.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. I had some great role models to follow here in Neptune City.
Not many. Mayors last for a long time
many.
there.
So I got some really good ones to follow. Not many, but really good ones.
We expect you there for a long time too. So
hopefully.
I will see you later. Have a great day, and always thank you for jumping on this call with us.
It was my pleasure, Tom. Great seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you.